His album, it's called Classic, it's out now, and quite a change. Why did you do that?
Well, with us being on Popstar Opera Star, the show, it kind of, I was enjoying singing the repertoire, I was really enjoying it, and I was doing shows, like pop shows, as you would call them, outside of the show, in between, so I was fitting them in like different days, and everybody, wherever I went, was just like begging for us to sing opera. I went to one show and there was two young girls in the front row shouting, "Will you sing Nessun Dorma?" And I was like, it's so weird. So then we had the idea once I'd signed with Universal to kind of incorporate it all into one concept of like the classic songs like "Dance to My Father," "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and then the classical stuff as well. So it's kind of like a musical journey.
When were you first introduced to classical music? Was it through the Popstar to Opera Star programme?
I think I was like everybody else, you know, where you hear of it, but you don't. I was never really a fan of it, and I didn't know much about it. And then I went into the show, and I was totally unaware of how beautiful the music is, and how dedicated they are as singers, and how hard working it is. And it was just like being in a whole new world. And as a singer, you know, going from one kind of genre of music to another, it was really refreshing and exciting to see that whole other world.
And Nessun Dorma, which you sing on the album, it's actually been rewritten in effect for you.
Yes, I've had my own version written on the album. Just because Nessun Dorma's on there, the Italian version, and then we came up with the idea of maybe creating our own version. So it's called Hear My Prayer, and it's similar, but it has like drums in it. It's a bit more kind of poppier than the classical version, so you get kind of both sides of it.
Yeah. So have you been watching with interest, I mean, X Factor, all the different changes and everything? I mean, first of all, do you still see Cheryl?
I haven't seen her for a while. We still speak a lot. We still text and catch up, but it's difficult to see each other. We're always in different parts. I think she's out of the country at the minute somewhere, so you know, when we can catch up, we will, but it's difficult to catch up.
Yeah.
What a few years you've had. I mean,
it's been a bit crazy.
Well, but just describe to someone what that programme does, the success of that programme, how it's changed your life.
It's a huge platform for somebody like me who, you know, you don't really know how to get into the music industry. You know, and I was really young as well. It's just a huge platform, and from that I've just took what I can from it and just took all the experience I can, and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah, and in terms of parting company, we had Will Young on recently, and people will talk about, especially Simon Cowell, great to start off with. Actually, you want to go your own way. You parted amicably, didn't you?
Yeah, totally. It was. I think it was made out to be a bit like vicious in the press and things, but it wasn't. You know, it was just a parting of ways, and it was my time to kind of take it on to the next chapter.
There's no single being released from this album.
There's like a focus track. You have like a focus track because
what does that mean?
It means like, so it's kind of a single, but it's not a single. So we've got Time to Say Goodbye, which is the video, and Dance to My Father is also one as well. So it just means that there's too many to choose from. So everybody just gets the best of both. Yeah.
Very clever.
So can you see that? What will the next direction be? You've gone down this route now.
Yeah.
Is this where you'll stay, or will you be back to pop?
Well, I really enjoy it. I think I'm just going to touch on both sides of it, and I want to try and incorporate it like I've done with this album into one kind of concept. And I go on tour as well in November. So we've got it's kind of like a musical. I have so many different songs to like fit into one kind of show, so it's going to be fun.
Now, you gave an interview recently that something exciting was happening next year. Are you allowed to tell people what's happening next year?
There's always exciting things happening. There's always things going on, and I'm always in discussion. Just more singing and more of me, I suppose. Yeah. That's all you're getting.
Well, it's really good of you to come in. We wish you well with the album.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All the very best.
Good to see you.
Thank you.